What's going on, guys? So we actually took a ferry this morning from St. Thomas to St. John. We're getting ready to find a beach to lay out on. I've been getting a lot of questions lately. Most of them come specific to drop shipping, but then obviously I get a lot of mindset questions. One of the biggest ones I'm getting is, you've been working really hard for a long time and you're still not successful. You have a load of stress and you're still not successful. This is why that is. What's going on, guys? I'm Braden Wuerch. I'm here to provide insane value to you guys every day to grow you personally and financially as well. Alright guys, so I know for a lot of you, whether it's with drop shipping, Amazon FBA, an inventory held business, whatever you're trying to get into with your entrepreneur journey, you might have been going for a while now. You might have stress through the roof and you're not there yet, which can add even more stress on. It's hard when on YouTube, social media, everything, you're seeing all these people, and a lot of times they're a lot younger. I know for me, when I was getting started, when I was a firefighter, a lot of the guys that were already successful in this space were way younger than me. As a 25-year-old, and I was seeing 18-year-olds with Lambos. So you're seeing all the cars, you're seeing all the traveling, the nice stuff, but for most of those people, there was that initial struggle. There was that initial time when they felt super stressed that they weren't gonna pull it off. You know, for me, yes, you might be seeing, me on vacation right now, my other travels, and then, my Audi R8, stuff like that. But what you guys don't see, and this is why I wish I would have started my YouTube channel sooner for you guys, is so you guys could have seen my struggle. When I was a firefighter, there was so many times when, I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to make this work. I knew deep down I was an entrepreneur, and I knew someday, at some point, I would make it in some type of business, but especially with Amazon FBA and then drop shipping, there's a time when I didn't know if I was going to be successful with it, and it was very, very frustrating. So just know that for most people out there, there is that initial time that you guys didn't see, it being very stressful and very hard from the very beginning. But that's not really what I want to talk about. Really what I want to talk about is ongoing stress. So the thing is, just like I just said, you see the travels, you see the nice cars, the nice houses, whatever it is. What you don't see is the behind the scenes. You don't see the behind the scenes of the amount of stress. I guarantee you, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, even people like Tony Robbins, all these people, they have abnormal amounts of stress compared to, a lot of other jobs out there. For example, when I was a firefighter, we had acute stress. So we had that very short-term stress whenever we had a stressful call. If I had, something on the medic side with, essentially someone I was having to do CPR on, bad trauma, anything like that, or even fire, having to quickly dress out my bunker gear and then go fight a fire, that's acute stress. But with long-term stress, firefighting was a dream. Essentially I had my 24-hour shift, and then for 48 hours I had off. I came in, did my job, and got off. There's very little long-term stress. Now, as an entrepreneur, even though, I am comfortable financially, I'm wanting to keep growing and everything like that, I have way more stress now than I did as a firefighter. Now, with that being said, I would never trade what I'm doing now for that, because I've gained financial freedom and I've gained time freedom. And, the reason I keep the stress on, and I purposely do that, is to protect what I built and to keep leveling up. And, there's the whole 4-hour work week mindset, which is fine. And, that is a relatively low stress mindset. But one, with that you are risking giving up what you built. But two, and this is the biggest one, you're not going to keep leveling up. So if you guys follow people like Grant Cardone or Gary Vee, or even people like Ty Lopez, they're constantly grinding. They're constantly keeping the stress on purpose, so they can keep leveling up. And this is like the talk I gave to you guys, a few days ago, that if you want to keep leveling up, you've got to keep the grind on. You've got to keep the stress on. So as an entrepreneur, if you deep down to your core, you are an entrepreneur, just know that you will have stress. Whether it's from the startup phase, which I know a lot of you guys are in right now. You're in the start phase trying to make it work. You guys will make it work. I know you guys will. But then trying to, you know, create other business ventures, trying to grow, everything like that, you will always have stress. With that being said, if you are an entrepreneur down to your core and you're making things happen, you'll never regret the stress. The stress isn't, you know, what a lot of people talk about, that, you know, it's this bad thing. Yes, it can be overwhelming, and if you let it spin you out of control, that's not a good thing. But for an entrepreneur, stress is healthy. At least a healthy amount of stress is healthy for you guys, and it'll keep your mindset in the right way. You'll keep grinding. But frankly, I wanted to bring this video to you guys because I'm getting a lot of messages about essentially, you know, they've been trying to make it work and not making it work, or you know, how do you deal with the stress? And you know, it frankly comes down to when you get into it and you're making things happen, that outweighs the stress, and the stress drives me. I mean, and the stress should drive you. You know, whether you have the stress to make it work, like let's say you're an 18-year-old, and the stress to make it work is because you know deep down to your core you're an entrepreneur, you want to build businesses, so that's what's driving you. That's the stress that's driving you. Or it could be even more in depth from that. You could be a 40-year-old mom that wants to provide more for her kids. Whatever it is, let that stress drive you. Don't get bogged down by the stress. And I see it happen too many times that people get into the game for about a month and they get overwhelmed with stress and they quit. Guys, I don't want you to quit. The stress is a good thing, and it can help drive you. Just don't let the stress bog you down. If you guys already are being successful, let the stress fuel you, and it's a good thing. Just keep it in check. But you know, if there's ever time when you're not stressed, I've got a lot of friends that, you know, they're scared of not being stressed because that means they're getting complacent. And it is true. If you're not stressed, you're most likely complacent at that time, and you're risking giving up what you built, or at a minimum, you're not gonna be leveling up. Complacency kills entrepreneurs. It's one thing I learned as my time in the military and time as a firefighter. Complacency kills in those type of jobs. Well, complacency kills entrepreneurs when it comes to leveling up, growing businesses, everything like that. Keep the stress on. If you ever feel like it's dying down, find a way to add stress. You know, it kind of goes against what we're taught as one, a generation, and two, as a society. We're taught, you know, stress is a bad thing, everything like that. Yet you can't be bad if it's overwhelming. But if you ever feel a time as an entrepreneur where you're not stressed out anymore, maybe enjoy that for a little bit of time, but you need to add it back quick, whether that's creating a new business venture, whether that is you know, trying to level up the current business you have in a certain way that puts you out of your comfort zone. Keep yourselves out of your comfort zone, guys. It's the best way to keep leveling up. All right, guys, so I just wanted to bring you this video, you know, have a good, healthy start to your week. Get your mindset right. If you've got stress because you're just starting out and you're trying to grow your first business, you guys will do it. Just keep grinding, guys. Keep the stress on, keep grinding. If you guys already are successful and you start to feel that stress fading, you guys need to think outside the box. Get to the next business model, or keep leveling up your current business. Keep the stress on, guys. But you guys will be successful. I know you guys will. I'm here for you guys. If you found any value in this video, make sure to smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'm here for you guys every day. If you've got any questions, anything, guys, leave a comment down below. I'll get to your comments. Keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.